in this, I'm gonna have you guys keep this in mind. In this cool notebook that I have, there's a tracker in here for MVP of the session. And I could pick them, but I think it would be more fun if at the end of the session we voted
Ooh.
on who or what we think the MVP of the session is.
Cool. Cool. I like
And
it.
it's just for funsies.
Aw.
Shavik.
You don't get
Cool.
you don't get a prize.
You get to be MVP of that session in my notes.
You get
Oh.
to level up a
Oh.
little
Dragon break
faster.
for like 5 minutes.
Oh, prize
As a
inspiration.
lollipop or
Sure, yeah, you can have inspiration if you don't have it if you get voted MVP. Cool. So, last we left off, you guys were sailing south on the Blue Sapphire. You had migrated your way up to the top deck during after breakfast, so like mid morning. The ship is moving along southward at a good clip, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody noticed a flight of dragons. I think it was Joyden actually. A flight of metallic dragons heading towards you. Shouts begin going off at the ship. Somebody rushes up to the crow's nest. You can see somebody rings a bell, and the gunship sweeping a little closer to the sides of the Blue Sapphire. The captain shouts up to the crow's nest as the call for the dragon on the horizon, captain, and the captain's yelling out, what color. And the person begins to yell back that the colors, and they're all metallic. So there's a silver, a copper, a bronze. I forget the other one, and a gold. There's 5 of them. A gold dragon out in the front, and the others sort of flanking it, like 2 on each side. And they're heading towards you guys at a fairly good clip. You can see at a pretty long distance, maybe 7-8 miles out from you guys, as they begin to come into view clearly. You can see them beginning to correct course, like turn slightly toward the ship.
Oh no.
This reminds me of Chrono Cross. There's a scene very similar to this.
Once the call of their colors come out and people begin to realize they're metallic dragons, you can see that other calls begin to go out. A lot of the tension in the ship begins to leave very quickly.
Like people are getting less worried.
Yeah.
We know better, guys.
I ready. Don't let your guard. These dragons, they're tricksters. Also, don't shoot them, please. Don't shoot them before they shoot us.
Excuse you, dragons are not tricksters.
I'm sorry. Do you know any dragons?
Looks back toward the captain, confused, and looks back at you, and he says, "Well, friend, I hate to tell you this, but it's the chromatics you gotta worry about. The metallics are fine."
Well, there may be a bit of a dragon problem right now. You may want to just steer safely away from any sort of.
At this point, they're like 6 miles away.
Yeah, I'm gonna interject and go. We have been sent by the Black Staff to find something. Anyway, yeah, the dragons in Waterdeep are going nuts.
It's because of a meteor.
We're a good different. What? There's no meteor. And he just seems to be struggling and floundering, like on what? Like he thinks you're crazy at this point.
Do I feel like if I shouted at them, they could hear me?
Yeah, you guys are all up on the deck together.
The dragons?
Oh no, they're way fucking far away.
I don't know. Dragons got good.
You don't want to snitch on your friends.
No, you just give a big nostril off the side of the boat.
I was just gonna say hi to see if they say hi back or something, if they seem friendly.
At this point, they're moving like they're dragons. They can fly with magic, so they're like 5 miles away.
Curtis.
This sailor's looking at you, and he's just like, I You think that the nice dragons might actually be not nice dragons?
Just
For
be
example,
prepared.
Make a
Keep your guard.
check.
Just be prepared.
Who is persuading?
I'll do it. I have
And
a pretty good.
He's like
Ooh.
stopped
And
with the like ropes that he's working with, and he's like, well, I guess you should tell the captain. And he like motions for you to follow him, and he goes up toward the top deck, the high deck.
Ooh, phew.
So he goes over. There's guards at the steps that lead up to the high deck. There's a little wizard in his blue robes, and the captain in his like very like snazzy blue outfit with his blue tricorned hat. I mean, he looks like he's dressed up as a captain, right? Like it's a costume that that you would expect the captain of a ship to wear. And as you come up, the guy you're with, whose name you haven't bothered to catch, it says something to the guard. The guard lets you guys pass by, and he leads you up, and then there's the captain standing up by the wheel. There's another sailor sitting at the wheel. The captain's looking at the dragons through a spyglass, and he's the little gnome in the blue robe grabs the captain's pants and sort of tugs, and he looks down and sees you coming up, and he goes, he looks at the guy walking up, and he's like, "Midshipman, is there a reason you're bringing people up onto the high deck?" And he goes, well, Captain, they said that the good dragons might be bad dragons." And he shrugs, like, "I don't know what the fuck to do." And the captain looks at all of you, and he's like, "Well, typically we don't allow guests up here, but if you have some sort of information about a danger to the ship, perhaps you would like to explain."
well, we're on your cruise ship on the way to go ask someone about some things that might be going on carrying all the dragons angry. You know.
That's very vague.
Chris doesn't actually remember all the details, probably.
When Chris says angry, it means feral, like unreasonable. Yeah, they just attack anybody that's around, and it has nothing to do with their.
And they're like 3 miles away at this point.
It possesses them. So
it's a
could be looking for.
Need some
Okay.
assistance.
Yeah, Curtis, you know the history thing.
Buster is actually like pulled Curtis, so Curtis and Buster don't come up onto the deck. So you turn to say something to Curtis, and he's just not there.
Curtis, I know where it would be safe.
What's that?
Here, we must get in one of these boats. We must escape before anybody else knows, because there's only 4 boats.
I don't
It's
think
the
that'd
only
be fair.
way, Curtis. It's the only way.
I don't think that'd be fair to our friends.
Oh, who cares? It's just you and me.
I'm gonna give Layla guidance.
So
Okay, so we work for the Black Staff from
you
Waterdeep,
hear-
and
so Ira's has sort of quietly followed along. You hear Ira's voice in your head, Layla, and she's like, "I could seduce him. I could get him to do like anything they want me to get him to do. We
Oh,
just have this ship."
can I like think back to her and tell her that'll be the last thing we do?
Did you see she like reaches up and zips her cleavage back up? You know, she's like,
Thank you,
Aw.
thank you.
Ready, man.
We don't. And then I explained that there was a bronze dragon in Waterdeep that started showing signs of the sickness similar to what happened to dragons so many years ago. Give him a history lesson as
You can
quickly as
You
possible
can make a persuasion check. Yeah, 2 miles.
With guidance.
with guidance.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do I feel like
I'll
they
do
can
that.
hear me now that they're 2 miles away?
Maybe if you like really yelled.
Okay, I'm gonna like stand like at the edge of the ship and just be like, "Ahoy!"
You'd have to go to the front of the ship. You're at the back of the ship right now.
Yeah.
Just be like a
are they-
Constitution save. 2 hour
Well, are they
diaphragm
like?
boats.
They're coming from the. You guys are going south. They're coming
Uh-huh.
from the south, so they're
What
toward
did
the front of the ship.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Head on.
I can message them.
Walking that far probably won't make
Okay.
a difference.
The captain looks down at the little gnome and he's like, Rubelard, contact the gunships. Tell them to load the arcane cannons.
No
Hang on.
harm in
Uh,
being safe.
He's like, we're not going to attack first, but have the crewmen armed with bows. And he starts giving orders. And he's like, he looks over the group of you and he's like, you're all armed.
Yes.
Do adventurer things.
Hi,
Like,
Captain.
All right, I'll start pillaging the ship.
Yeah, I have at least 2. No.
Okay.
Chris, do you want to run to the front of the ship and yell at the dragons?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so you run to the front of the ship, you shout at the dragons, and you see their wings like tip slightly as they begin circling down toward the ship.
Uh-oh.
They get within a few hundred feet, like close enough that you're starting to feel the wind come off their wings.
Mhm.
And you can tell most of them are not. They don't look that old. They're not like all of you guys have seen, or most of you guys have seen Clouth, so they're not Clouth sized. But they're adults or maybe like young adults. All of them except the gold dragon. And the gold dragon has his wings are almost more like bat wings. They start at the tip of the bone that comes out from his wing and then go back all the way, meeting up to his legs. So like big curtains,
Mhm.
Does
that
anybody
like
else feel
butterfly wings.
like those
And he
video games when you
he,
leave the playable area?
Yes, yeah, you run to an area
Oh,
and fly
no.
all over you. He has long whiskers, and his body like literally shimmers golden in the morning light, and reflects off the water. Like he gives off so much light, and he sort of breaks off from the rest of the dragons, circles down closer to the 3 ships, and sort of does a tight circle. Like as he flies by, like one wing dips in the water. Um, and then Chris, make
Uh,
a persuasion check.
I hold up a sign that says 10.
Persuasion.
Give him a good score.
Definitely a thing that I'm good at.
Oh.
Oh no!
I don't think I've ever seen a 0 before.
I've seen
Well, I have a
negatives.
-2, so I
Um,
could have gotten a -1.
He dips
I'm
past
sorry.
you and goes to the rear of the ship
Oh.
and loops up, almost like a barrel roll, and his giant form begins flying back down toward the ship, over the ship. And in like midair, there's like a flash of golden light and a noise. And instead of a giant dragon landing on the back of the ship, a man lands like lightly. He's tall, bald headed, dark skinned, like a black guy, big broad shoulders. He's not wearing a shirt. He has like loose flowing, almost like MC Hammer pants, made out of some really light fabric, and then like a leather belt that almost looks like a pro wrestler belt, but without the gold. It's just a big thick leather belt. So the group of you, they're up on the top deck, the high deck. He lands by the group of you, and he says, "Greetings. My name is Ox Devilian. Most people call me Ox because it's hard to say. I travel north. What word do you have of the north?"
Chris is going to yell from the opposite end of the ship. Ahoy, cousin!
He like
Oh.
looks past the group of you toward Chris, and he's like, "Yes, ahoy then. Okay. Um,
I'm gonna
and
run.
anyway, as I said, I am Ox."
Nice to meet you, Oxdiven. We're coming from Waterdeep.
Yes. This is the place that has the problem that we travel north to inquire about.
Oh, are you also worried about the what they call it, the meteor craze?
Dragon
Dragon
Rage.
rage.
Dragon rage.
He nods and he goes, "Yes, this will affect many dragons. We go north. Is it centered in Waterdeep then? Is this from where it has started?"
We're not sure. We have seen, I think, two. The red dragon that lives within Waterdeep is having the issue.
Oh, you know Klaus then?
Yes.
Everyone knows
Not.
Klaus.
Yes, it was his butler.
Yes. And then there's a young bronze that lives in the bay. I don't know if he's being affected by it, but he had this weird tick last time we saw him.
Seemed like he was starting to go a little.
Yeah, and the other 4 dragons are still just like circling the ships, and you can see the captain is like just fucking white. like, oh god, I run a cruise ship.
No.
He nods.
If you need to be able to see Klaus specifically, you might want to hunt down what's the name of the gold dragon that we ran into?
I'd have to look it up.
You told us.
AEU something.
I'll say his
Wasn't it
name
like
as best as I can.
It's either like
Aranox?
Aranox or Arenasis or.
I'll stumble my way through that name as best as I can and say he might be able to grant you entry to the city, but I'm not sure.
He shrugs and he goes, we go further north than that. We go to the spine of the world to meet the King of Justice.
King of Justice? I'm sorry, I do not know a lot of dragon lore. Can I roll for that?
I guess Chris comes running across the ship at this point. He nods and he says, yes. Those of us of the kinder persuasion, he is like our, he points at the captain of the ship. He is like the captain of our ship.
Aw.
He must be a great elder indeed.
He nods. He says, we are deciding what to do. He looks over the rest of you and he's like, well, do you have any other news of the north then? Anything I should know? Any dangers that you have seen traveling ahead?
Perhaps dangers to us, but much less danger to you, I think.
Nods. So
I don't know. I
no
think the
crazed dragons as of yet. We will give Waterdeep a wide berth then.
Oh.
Klaus seems to have put himself on lockdown. I don't think he can leave wherever he is currently.
He nods. Good.
Apparently, he's not smart enough for that right now.
This is
I mean, I hope not.
And you travel south in an attempt to stop this madness.
Yes and no. Byproduct.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes.
It's yes and no. Our initial concern was to go get to go talk to someone so that we could figure out where the black staff is.
And he
It's
Another
a different
dragon.
thing.
he looks at Chris and he says something in Draconic. I'll whisper it to you. I don't think anybody else speaks Draconic.
I do, but I'm all the way over there.
I'm sure you're not there, yeah.
You just yell across the deck.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I say something back in Draconic.
Okay.
The suspense is killing us.
What dragon knowledge do they know?
All of it. They're dragons, so all their knowledge is dragon knowledge.
Dragons. Yeah, we probably want to tell him that we're looking for insert dwarven looking dragon guy here. Because he has something that we need.
Gosh dang it. Roll 20. Oh, I didn't whisper to anyone.
We can go into the secret chat on Discord.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Gotta find
I
the
got a new
secret
star.
Well, I'm glad they didn't want to kill us.
Yep, that's a big plus.
Yeah, there was a lot of dragons. I was pretty freaked out.
I was thinking this does seem like a bit much, and it reminds me, yeah, of every time you leave, and the way that they stop people from leaving the map is by putting big ass bosses, enemies, whatever there, so that if you try to walk, they just attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh no, we left the map, guys.
We got on the edge. Damn.
This is the 5-minute or the 30-second warning. If you keep going, then
Right. Oh my gosh.
You're on too low of level to
Too low of level. Oh shit. She's getting a thing.
Uh-oh.
I see it.
I heard nothing except I give you this.
Yeah, he's stripping down. Woo!
Ooh. Getting
Mm.
that bad
jealous.
dragon, eh?
All muscles.
He's got the muscles.
Mm-hmm.
He's thick.
Him
All
thick.
of these things have C's.
Strong. Small.
We should probably talk so that we can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Okay, so, like, succubus, right? I got this great plan.
Now have a new pet.
No, I got a great plan. We're gonna use her to, like, infiltrate the cultists and, you know, get information from that. She can feed, because I'm sure cultists want orgies.
He has a quick conversation
Right?
in Draconic with Chris, and then he takes his belt off and gives it to Chris.
Ah.
Do his pants fall?
No. It's like it goes up around his like belly button. It's like a pro wrestler or like like a heavyweight champion belt. Like it doesn't actually hold your pants up. It's like a girdle, but I don't want to use that word.
Well, Layla, you do realize that now anytime anybody says they don't sleep with you, you can literally sick a
I can stick a succubus on them to make them say yes. This
Yeah.
sounds like rape.
Chris starts to put the belt on. I'll add it to your character sheet. I have to get a book out because it's not on Roll20. Chris puts the belt on. And then he looks and he goes, "Well, if you travel, then I will give you these." And he reaches into the little pouch on his waist and he pulls out another bag and he holds it out. And you can hear glass rattle inside of it.
Does he hand it to
He's just holding it out. He doesn't seem to expect who to take it.
I'll take it.
I reach for it.
And the two of you reach for it at the same time. He lets you both take it. Doesn't really seem to care. And he's like, "Well, I am sure you will deal with this and be most successful with such a powerful dragon on your side. Excuse me." And then he turns around and just like walks off the ship. He does that thing where as he steps off the ship, he disappears out of sight off the back of the ship, and then like a dragon swoops up.
Have a safe trip.
Yeah, he like tips a wing as if to say goodbye, then rejoins the flight of the others, and they continue on north.
We have a dragon on our side?
Who's this dragon?
The pillow that you...
Chris
So what happened
just
there?
folds her arms and like stares at Jordan.
This has been really weird. I haven't seen a dragon a single day in my life. In the 2 weeks of meeting you people, I've seen 5. 7. 8.
You guys
Been
have
a couple
living
months.
together for like 6 months.
Either the point still stands.
I can tell you how many people I've slept with in that amount of time.
How many?
More than all of her fingers and toes.
Actually, it's only been like 5. Guys, I'm slacking.
In 6 months?
Gotta get back
Yeah.
on your game.
I know. There was the elf guy, the really strong chick in the bar, the guy that's related to the guy that had all the money, and the guy at the spa. And I made Kelrick watch, so I don't know if that really counts as spa.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Pretty sure that's it, yeah.
That's like half a person.
There's enough stuff on this that I'm gonna put it under features and traits.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And I'll let you Other.
What's in
Item.
the bag?
Oh, yeah, I'll let Jordan look in the bag.
Sweet. I take a peek.
Roll a d10.
Slash R.
Can I give him guidance?
No.
5.
It's 5 potions of different colors.
Ooh.
Can I try to identify them?
Do you have the identify spell?
No.
You can make an Arcana check.
Sure. I'll give myself guidance for this.
Okay.
Since I can apparently do that all day. Okay, plus
And
a
then
D4.
it lets you become a storm.
16.
There's one potion of healing, and the other 4 you're not sure what are.
I will hold one, and I hand the rest. Kelrick. It's like, yeah, you can identify these.
I'll just go. I'll go sit in my room for an hour and have a good excuse to not talk to anyone.
You want to take Ira? I mean,
Yeah, she wants to go. Not that way.
Beat me to it.
I'm pretty sure she just like kind of like shakes her boobs a little bit. She gestures with them.
And then Kelrick goes through flirting boot camp.
Right? Oh my god. She might
Actually, if
teach
you
you.
want to do that, she can teach you. Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to people.
But she definitely can. Boy,
You said that was a greater potion?
Yeah.
Greater potion of healing? Wow! Oh, just so you guys know, I bought stuff to revivify.
Ooh.
Just so you guys know, I can only do 2 at a time.
That's fine.
That's more than 0.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
good thing we
better
didn't
than
have
none.
Excuse me.
You alright?
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, the greater healing potion didn't go down well.
That was kind of a. Was that a sneeze or?
It was a burp.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Cute burp.
Aw.
Working on it for you.
Guys, so I put this on my popcorn.
Yay.
Oh my god. Tahini.
Good shit. Good shit.
Oh
It's
yeah.
good if you put it on corn.
It's so good. It made my popcorn very delicious. And I still want to keep eating, but like, it's distracting, I'm sure. Because I'm like shoveling.
You can join me because I'm always shoveling food in my face.
I just imagine some, like, chaotic, evil person being a giant troll and casting Dispel Magic on a potion maker's wares.
Oh, that sucks.
Aw.
Drinking water at that point.
Aw.
I mean,
It's like making their potions expire.
Ew, yeah.
Do they have an expiration date? That's a good
Okay.
question.
I think
Here
this
you go.
healing potion's old. It's water now.
They don't have an expiration date now.
Oh.
But if you dispel magic, they can.
It is on your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Hey Chris, what's with the, you know, fancy belt that he
That's a
gave you?
gift.
Yeah, what's it do?
I'm reading right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm reading the label on the inside of the belt right now.
Ah,
Little
okay.
tag.
You will have to attune to it, or have somebody identify it for you before you will be aware of the property.
Do you want me to add it to the list of things to identify?
I'll just
Is that
attune
in
to
the
it.
You'd have
I'll
to
just-
cast the identify spell. You could ask the stone.
I'll
Oh, I
just
can't
wear
just-
it for a while and figure it out.
I don't know how many uses the stone has, but you can just ask it, and it can identify magic items for you.
That's awesome.
As long as there's lore on them, right? Because if it's like a brand new spanking item,
No, it would still be able to tell you what it does.
And the circle and the square.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was just like a washing machine joke. You know how like you'll
Oh.
have some laundry tags will not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, gotcha.
I hate those.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
know what they
I thought that was
mean.
I always have to look it up.
if anybody asks Chris what he's doing, he's like, I'm trying to see if it's machine washable.
Dry
Got
clean
it.
only.
Damn it.
But that
Dry clean
was
only.
deathly hollow.
Put on the delicate cycle. What?
Hand wash
Cold
only.
water only.
Yeah, so Chris, if you want to go back to your room
No
and
bleach.
just spend an hour with this girdle, you're welcome.
Okay.
Girdle belt.
It's called the storm girdle.
It spanks.
Oh.
What's wrong with the girdle?
It
has
lifts and
the
shakes.
big
Just the
metal,
way
or the big
it sounds.
the front part of it, the big circular part, has like a thundercloud, like a thunderhead on it with lightning bolts coming out of it, just like inset into the leather.
Cool.
Like, I'm cool with body shaper, but just the word girdle. It's like moist. You know how people can't do moist? I can't do girdle.
It's the man girdle. It's
Oh,
the
God.
myrtle.
The myrtle.
Let me see here. Let's see what
think-
random potions he gave you.
I think Buster's lost Curtis's interest at this point.
Well, I assume you've just been tugging on my arm the whole time this has been happening. But I've been too busy watching what's happening.
Curtis.
Huh?
Just getting more and more plaintive.
Did you see that huge belt Chris got? That's
What belt?
snazzy.
Belt. Yes. Curtis.
What? Yes?
And he's just like,
The dragons,
Curtis.
the dragons are flying away, and he's still like, we need to get on the lifeboat.
Um,
Pat him on the head.
Oh my
less
gosh.
convincing now.
Aw.
Damn it.
so
It's okay, buddy. The danger's gone.
one of the potions is thin and sort of watery colored liquid inside of it that is gold. The effect it has is if you drink it, all charms and enchantments upon you are dispelled.
So,
So it's
don't give it to Buster.
It's a potion that dispels charms and enchantments.
Buster's never charmed.
One of them,
Except, a couple of times when he was.
one of them is in a tankard, like a small stein or tankard with like a cork put in top of it. If you pull the cork out and examine it, there's another thin liquidy thing that's yellow. This potion lets you change the color of your skin for 24 hours.
Cool.
Hmm.
I could be
One of
purple
them,
for 24 hours.
Weirdly specific.
One of them is in a it's wrapped in a piece of like wax paper, and when you open it up, it's actually a piece of fruit that is hot. Like it gives off a good amount of heat. It lets you project your voice. So you eat it, and then you can throw your voice like a ventriloquist for an hour.
That sounds like fun.
The last one is a piece of like rock salt that's been hollowed out with a cork shoved in the top of it. Inside is a swirling gray colored liquid that gives you advantage on stealth checks for 10 minutes.
Are these all like Bed Bath and Beyond objects?
I think they fall in the beyond category.
I hope they smell nice, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Is that 5?
That's 4. I
The
think.
healing potion.
No, it's
Oh
fine.
wait, I didn't count the. I didn't count the
Okay,
healing potion.
that's
My
5.
bad. Okay. So I'm gonna come back after a long time, probably longer than actually necessary. Be like, guys, these do really weird things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna think that Chris should take this one because
What?
you've got all that armor on. This lets you do things stealth checks with advantage.
Oh,
Makes
that,
you more
yeah, that's
stealthy.
cool.
What?
No.
Does
What
Layla
armor
not?
does Chris wear?
But
That was like heavy, right?
I don't know.
I wear heavy.
Chainmail. So
Yeah,
you
chainmail.
you do
There you go.
have disadvantage on stealth checks. So
Yeah,
if
I
you
do.
drink it, you would just make a straight roll rather than rolling.
I would give it to Layla, but she can like
I try not to get into combat.
put it down and bring it up. Like she doesn't have to physically put it on.
Her armor?
Doesn't
Layla
she have,
wears a
like,
breastplate.
Oh, okay. No, I keep thinking of it like freaking the Pale, where it was just like.
Cassiel.
Yeah. Cassiel had a brooch of armor storing.
Right.
You guys have you have another magic item you've never identified, but Curtis has it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do that one too?
He's got my bone son.
Your bone son. I
got
just
the bone daddy.
And then this one lets you change your skin color for like a day-ish, I think. Anyone?
I already
I
got
don't
mine.
have skin.
Oh, actually, could it change scale color?
Yeah.
Then I think
Or the color
Buster
of
should
your
have it. Because if Buster has it, he could change his scale color to match whoever he wants.
Curtis.
Huh?
Buster, brain.
Hmm?
I think Buster should have it so he can change his scales to match whoever he wants.
Curtis, you should have this.
Are you sure? I mean, I'll take it, but
You would
But-
still have like the physical features of a half orc. You could just be a purple half orc
I mean, I could just be human color and cover my ears.
and tusks.
Yeah. Like,
And
you
sort
can
of
look-
like heavy brow and
it's
You gotta
fine.
put a
There's,
helmet on.
there's chubby guys out there.
You can be an albino orc.
It'll work out somehow.
with one hand. You gonna
And
chase
then
hobbits.
and then this one lets you throw your voice.
Ooh. Give me.
Are you gonna give it to Curtis?
No.
I mean, that one is basically made for Buster.
Are you sure you want to give him that one on a cruise ship?
Because I was gonna give it to Jordan.
Oh, if Jordan wants it, they should have it.
Oh, but thank you. I already have a help. I could
Okay.
take two.
Yeah, about that. I think that should probably go to Layla.
Why don't you want me to have anything?
heal yourself. It's easier. I mean,
okay.
I love you all.
Well, my reasoning is that Leela might be occupado and
Or dead. Actually, good point. I could die. Let me have that.
This could serve as a distraction for you to escape from things because they'll think you're somewhere else.
No, I'm okay because I can get out.
Kelrick
and
just
it's
like
shit.
slowly starts moving the potion towards Buster.
You give him that, you're gonna hear his voice all over the ship.
Oh,
But
you
only
can
for an
do it
hour.
For an hour.
For an hour.
You want to hear my voice for an hour?
Oh, God help you if he drinks that thing at karaoke.
Oh man.
Or
yeah.
worse, singles night.
Which is the night.
Oh no!
It's like when people are having fun, you just hear, "Get me out of here! It's dark!" from inside a certain place.
I think that's all of them.
So, you guys have this weird conversation with a group of dragons. One of them. the captain thanks you. Yes, he doesn't really know what to do or how to deal with it. He seems like he's in a mild shade of shock. You see the little gnome in the blue robe that crosses his arms and looks at the captain all grumpy. You guys shuffle about the ship, going on about your daily business.
Curtis, did you want me to identify that boat?
No, I don't think you know that I have it.
I don't know.
Buster
Buster
still
dropped
thinks
it in
he
a
has
fight,
it.
and Curtis picked it up. I don't know who.
Buster
that
still
happen.
thinks he has it, I think.
Oh, well, in that case, Buster, did you want me to identify the ankle bone?
Oh, my bone son.
His bone
Yes.
son.
Why don't you ask Curtis? He has my bone son.
What?
Curtis?
I know you've got it. I saw you. You didn't think I saw you.
Did he actually see me? I don't know.
I don't remember you trying to hide the fact that you picked it up.
True.
You dropped it. You just walked up and picked it up, and you're like, "No, it's fine. I got this. It's mine."
You know what? I think I'm good. I could identify this on my own.
Are you sure? Because you kind of had it for like a day.
Yeah.
You don't gotta identify things right away, Kelrick.
I'm not just. Listen, it's a valuable object. I'm just not gonna whip it out in front of everyone
You haven't
whenever I
attuned
feel
to
like.
it yet either. You just sort of have it in a bag.
Yeah.
I know that.
Can I see it to make sure it's safe?
The things that you're saying make sense, except we just whipped out 4 bottles of what's probably a pretty valuable liquid and a very nice belt. So, and we're on a cruise ship. Everyone's loaded.
5 bottles.
Yeah.
It's like mostly old couples. There's one family with a couple kids, a bunch of fucking old retirees. And then like you guys, and then a smattering of other people around, younger people.
I mean, if you want to identify it yourself, that's fine. Just if you don't mind letting me know what it is, because I know that it's a bone, but I don't know from what, and I would be very interested in your opinion.
Kelrick, if you tell me what it is, I would be very interested.
See?
Looking all catty.
Oh, I would also be interested. Just kidding, I don't care.
I mean, maybe you should.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I care.
I think you... All right, let's say if you really want to identify this, I can let you see it tonight.
Yeah, sure. I don't usually try and keep things like that, so. I mean, I already have one thing from a thing that I shouldn't have, so having another one shouldn't.
I'm warning you, you might not like what you hear. It might be too spooky. I don't want to scare you.
I watched some very weird things over the last 6 months.
Me included.
Her included. No, you're not. So, I mean, we had a pact with the devil. There was a son.
There was this.
We've probably seen worse.
Yeah,
Kelrick looks very
Beth,
tired all of a sudden.
It can always get worse, Kelrick. I think you're underestimating the kinds of stuff that inhabits this world that you don't see all the time.
Well, I guess it's time to arm myself. Why do I travel with you people?
Because you love us.
Because we love you.
Because you have nowhere else to go.
Also true. We're on a boat. You can't leave us.
You do know I can turn into fish, right?
Damn it.
Rick, don't do that. That's a waste of a ticket. It's a waste of a perfectly good cruise.
I like how that's your best argument.
But Kelly, it's singles night. You can't leave before singles night.
So let's fast forward to singles night.
Oh, I gotta get hot.
Unless there's anything else you guys want to do on the ship.
I want to identify a rock or a bone.
I mean, do you want to do that instead of going to singles night? Because Curtis said he would give it to you that evening.
I mean, it's singles night, and there's all those people who want to talk to you about your interests.
Okay, so you guys head down later that evening before dinner, so early-ish evening. You guys head down to your rooms. Those of you that want to go to singles nights, getting gussied up, the singles night escapades. What is everybody doing? We'll get little vignettes. Like what is everybody doing that evening before the actual festivities start?
I think.
think
Go ahead.
I think I'm going to pregame. Get a walk me down from the bar, like people watch, just like watching, like, okay, who's going to be single? Who's going to be at single night? Try to like, censor it.
Okay.
Scoping out some prospects. Got it.
Make a perception check. See if you can who you pick, or an insight. I think an insight check.
Is Layla taking the succubus?
Oh, she's
That
going.
many. Nice.
She's got to eat at some point.
Yeah.
So there's a few. You see a couple of younger women who disappear below decks at some point and come back up dressed in like evening gowns. They're both human females. There's one elven man who has a similar change of clothes. And then let's do some. One of the old couples, like seems like the couple is going to singles night.
Oh, they go to bang.
They're cruising for a third.
One of the a dwarf, like the only dwarf on the ship, and a half elven man. So there's 4 or 5 people that seem to like disappear below decks as it comes closer, and a few of them come back up above decks dressed differently.
Aw.
I see a few catching my eye as I sip my drink. Oh,
What's everybody else doing?
I think Kelrick spends all about 15 minutes trying to convince him hyperventilates and changes.
Okay.
I think Chris sees this, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, Calriggy, oh, it'll be fun."
Nope. Mm-mm.
No, yeah, no, come on, it'll be super fun. You
Oh.
don't have to like talk to other people. You can just hang out with me the whole time. I don't really have any.
I'm good here. I'm good here.
Are you sure? Are you positive?
Yeah, no, you have fun. It'll give me some alone time.
Oh, well, I don't really want. I don't really want to go by myself.
Oh, I'm sure Layla will be there, and Iris. Wait, what was her name?
Ira.
Ira. Yeah. I don't know. I might not go.
Okay.
I'm not really into like the dating scene, but I did kind of want to coax Kelrick into going.
You gotta do a persuasion.
You're gonna have to roll real high, buddy.
He's
Well,
gotta
we
find
all know
love.
how good I am at persuasion.
Would you roll in turn anti-persuasion, which would also be persuasion?
Yeah, it's like reverse psychology.
Persuasion checks typically just have a DC.
Okay.
Specifically, there's not like a saving throw or anything.
Kelrick, you did go. Oh, I rolled. All right.
Ah,
Not bad. You almost
You
managed.
go.
Almost.
What did you roll against me, or
No.
is it just your passive skepticism?
This passive, I don't wanna.
I mean,
Passive awkwardness.
aw.
Kelrick's good. Like, he can't even think of it this way. Kelrick can't convince himself to have a conversation with Layla, who he actually likes. What do you think is gonna happen when he tries to have conversations with strangers?
Chris is gonna duck out of the room for a minute. I'm gonna go knock on Layla's door.
Aww.
Alright, so.
Ira answers the door.
Oh, no, we're. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are in your room getting ready. She's in like a long, silky red gown with.
That's what I was wearing. She's gotta wear something else.
I was just with like a big neckline and like a high slit up the side.
Nope, that's what I'm wearing.
She's in a like a cutesy sort of frilly short skirt with like a top that's just a vest.
That sounds right.
A lot of side boob.
That's alright. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
You're a dress thief.
I am. I'm just like looking at her and I'm like, that one's mine.
It's like and then you pull one out of your bag. It's like no, Ira's wearing something that looks like it's formal wear, but she forgot to put the rest of it on.
Wait, does that mean like what happens is that Layla could take Ira's shopping and then have Ira look like her, like change to wearing whatever dress it is?
Technically, yeah.
I could. This is true.
Save the issue of doing the changing room.
So you knock on the door. Ira answers. Layla's like behind her by the mirror, finishing up her makeup.
Oh, hey, how are you guys coming along? Can I snag you for a second, Layla?
Do you want makeup?
No.
And
No, not me. But I was thinking maybe you go give Kelrick like a little pep talk. He seems nervous about going out. No.
Ira goes, "Oh, I can
Good
do
for
that,"
him
and then she
to
goes out
talk-
the door.
No,
Fuck.
no, not you.
It looks like she's
We need
gonna
a delicate touch here.
And then Kelrick, there's a knock on your door.
Oh.
I'm still doing my lipstick. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a minute.
Oh, Layla, you're not gonna do anything about this?
I'll be there in a second. I still have to put my underwear on.
Oh.
Kelrick, there's a knock at your door.
Why is that the last thing that you put on?
Chris, I thought that you had a key. Oh,
Lawrence.
Ira.
That's Ira. You open the door and Ira's like, "We're getting laid, bitch." And then she just tries to like grab you and pull you out of the room.
Oh, no, Ira, no, thank you. Hey,
Like, not with me. I mean, maybe with me, but not with just me. Like, come. You're coming. No.
can I do you a favor?
Yeah, of course.
Would you mind being me for the night? Chris won't leave me alone, and I really just want to go back to my room.
But if I'm you, they're gonna look for me.
Just
You have to dress
It's
up.
true.
You guys gotta swap places.
no, it would be a real show of your talents if you could fool them into thinking that we're both there.
And she looks at you and she's like, you know what you're wearing is not gonna work. And then she like pushes you into the room,
Oh God!
and the door shuts. And like, Leela, about this time you're starting to finish.
I'm
your makeup.
finished. Yeah, I finally got my panties on, and they're not in a twist. Okay. And then I'm like, okay, Chris, which room is yours?
It's right next to yours, Layla. You were in there last night.
Oh, I thought we were in my room last night.
Well, I mean, you
Silly
came
me.
and knocked on our door.
Yeah, you know where everybody's rooms are.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock.
Ira answers. She doesn't answer the door. She just goes, "It's open."
I open the door.
And like she has like Kelrick is like backed up into a corner, and all of his clothes are everywhere.
Is he naked?
Oh.
No, he's still clothed. Ira's going through his shit, like trying to pick him out an outfit.
Oh my god.
All right. All right.
All you have are green robes. Like, she goes, "Is there a tailor on this ship? I'll be right back." And she goes,
There's probably shops somewhere.
oh, she leaves.
Ah.
Disappears into the ship somewhere.
It's electric cruise. There's gotta be clothes shops.
Probably.
Ira's
Alright.
getting shit done, man.
She is.
That
Calric.
somehow like Kelric's hair is like on top of his head has been combed,
Wow.
No.
and like his face looks cleaner. Like
She did all that quickly? Damn. She's
She's
fast. Efficient.
She's got a plan.
She don't waste no time. Alright, Kellerk.
I'm just gonna.
You're good. No, just
run. I'm gonna.
no, you're good. No, you're good. No. Wait.
Stay.
Wait.
He's not a dog right now.
True. So, I think it would be good if, we went to the singles night and we, talked to people.
Why?
Conversed. It'll be good for you building your character.
Layla,
Yes, Kelric?
I'm okay.
You don't seem okay. Insight check. Is Kelric okay?
Most of my stuff is on the floor, and
I mean, Keller can make a deception check if he wants. Like he's not hiding things very well. I don't feel like.
I'm just gonna pick up his things and shake them out, do a quick fold, put them back in there. Be like, there, room's clean, no excuses, let's go.
that wasn't an excuse. I just didn't want to.
Ira comes bursting back into the room with a suit.
Hey, look, there's a suit. Oh, it's so nice. And
she looks at Kelric and she's like, "You're gonna need to wear this."
Why? What's the end goal here?
Cocks her head to the side. She's like, "Get your pickle wet."
I don't get pickle wet. What's the
Everybody, look, every once in a while, there's a lot of built-up energy there, Kelric, and you gotta let it out.
I'm not. I know.
I agree.
I'm good. I'm taken care of.
Put this on.
Roll an intimidation check.
It'll work with that voice.
Chris assist?
Okay, so yeah, I'll roll an advantage. A 14, unfortunately. She starts physically trying to undress you.
Oh no!
She's like, "Come on, no, come on, we're going."
Drop him. I think she's probably seen it.
She turns around and she's like, "Doesn't want to get naked in front of you, Layla." And she's trying to push Layla out of
Why doesn't he want to get? He's seen me naked. This is not fair.
she just shuffles Layla and Chris out of the room and shuts the door.
Wait.
Okay.
All right, I leave.
Why do you want me to do this?
And she's like, look, it's gonna be okay. I got your back. I'm gonna talk you through the whole thing.
But the people and staring and
She nods. Yeah, there'll be people. And the best way to get over a fear is to have sex with it.
No! The last time I was in a group of large people that all wanted something to do with me, it wasn't pretty.
She's like, it doesn't have to be pretty, but it'll
No,
be fun.
I mean
We're gonna have fun.
physically violent.
She's like, oh really? Maybe we don't need to go to singles night. No, not with me. You wouldn't like it.
No,
She's
I
like,
don't. It wasn't fun.
Kelric, look at it this way. They're gonna. Okay, I've been to these things before, and they're gonna pair people up, and you're gonna get to ask them questions. You can use it as a chance to get laid, which is what I'm gonna do. You could use it to a chance to get to know your friends better in case you get paired up with them, or you can use it as a chance to find out more about the people on the ship. What if there's somebody on the ship that wants to like assassinate us? Maybe it's a mission. Yeah, maybe it's a mission. So treat it like an adventuring thing and put that damn suit on.
Persuasion with advantage.
27.
Whoa.
He's reluctant. But
Also,
look him into it.
can I stay in the room while you put the suit on?
Like the next scene is just the hallway and she getting shoved out into the hallway.
Okay, so the other two of you out in the hallway, and Ira comes like stumbling out in the hallway. The door shuts, and she looks over at the two of you. She's like, "Coming."
Like, coming or like it?
No, to the dating. I mean, maybe.
You were alone in there. I was afraid that I have to go in there and revivify him.
Sex with him, he might die. I'm not.
That's
gonna
what I
do
mean. I thought I might have to revive
that. I
him.
mean, I tried to see him naked, but
Oh, he didn't let you?
no, that's why he pushed me in the hall.
Man, he won't let me either. God, he's seen me naked. It isn't fair.
Well, you know,
Haven't you
Layla-
seen him naked, Laylan? Like,
No, even when you guys got in the hot tub,
He's like fully clothed.
No.
Oh, the never knew.
But Ira says, well,
He's never
Layla,
never knew.
you
He
know,
was just raised better than.
tonight during the singles event, maybe if you might get a chance, you know what I'm saying, to see Kelric naked, and that way I can use his room.
No, that's my room.
Wait.
And you could probably use it.
Ira!
I'll do something else.
No. You can't. Oh God, no, you can't. You might kill someone.
No, I've got. It's fine as long as there's 3 of them.
You need
Yeah, she said as long as there's multiple.
Yeah, if I can spread it out,
at the same time, right?
it helps. Yeah.
Holy shit! Please do not kill anybody.
She shakes her head. I told you, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Also, I have a plan for you and I to talk about later, involving orgies.
Is this the captain? Are we taking the ship?
No, nothing that crazy.
No. Okay, but like after tonight.
Like later on down the road, maybe you wanna do me a favor, do me a solid. We'll talk about it later.
You want me to do you?
No.
You could be in the orgy.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how my god would react to that.
She shrugs.
I would have to ask, probably. Because I
Okay.
kind of need to keep my powers, you know what I mean?
She nods. Well, there's other gods.
And then Layla just like goes off into like this black place.
What are Curtis and Buster doing while these shenanigans are happening?
Curtis, what do you want to do?
I'm looking at my cool bone thing. I'm doing the thing where
Do
you.
you want to attune to it,
Sure.
or do you have the identify spell?
Nope.
Okay, so you attune to it. Where do you want to you have to make contact with it in order to attune to it. So where do you want to put it? Like where do you want it to be making contact with you?
I guess on my hand.
Okay. So you've seen it sort of do this before. Is it almost like spines or tendrils of liquid grow out of it and like grow over your hand? This time, instead of having it stop or pulling it away, you let it grow over. And as it encases your hand, it forms hard little metal plates. And then at the ends of each of your fingers grows out a little claw. But it doesn't stop at your hand. It grows up your arm and turns into like bracers, and it keeps going up your arm until it reaches your shoulder. And it forms plates. It starts forming armor, and then it grows over your chest, up over your head. Your whole body eventually gets covered in a suit of bone plate mail, with claws at the ends of your fingers. It's way fucking heavy for this. But it closes over with a helmet that's a giant wolf's maw, and you're looking through the teeth as the visor, and it is solid red.
Cool. Does it Can I like take it off and on at will, or is it just kind of stuck to my hand
If you
now?
think about it, it back into the bone.
Okay.
Ugh,
What happened?
I'm so fucking jealous.
Your Buster is made of armor.
Curtis can't even like function in it. He's not trained to wear heavy armor. So you wouldn't be able to cast spells in it. It would fuck you up.
That's okay as long as it's like a suit of defense.
It's plate mail. It's the equivalent of wearing plate mail. It has a few other properties. It gives you a claw attack and a bite attack, and it counts as a suit of +1 plate armor.
Does my AC go up or
I'll have to look at what happens when you wear armor you're not proficient in.
Okay. Because I'm just used to light armor. I don't even know if I can do anything with this, but I like to hold on to it.
Armor rules. Da-da-da. Anyone can put on a suit of armor. If you wear armor that you lack proficiency, you have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls that involve strength or dexterity, and you cannot cast spells.
All right.
So it would improve your AC, but basically you wouldn't be able to cast spells, and you'd have disadvantage on everything.
Does it how much time does it take to attune? Like an hour?
An hour.
Oh wow.
It's a bonus action to activate it. So like have it over you, and a bonus action to have it back into the plate.
Okay.
Although now that it's like slurped back into itself, you have like a red plate of bone slightly ingrown into the palm of your hand. It's like in your skin.
It's itchy.
You hear a banging on your door.
Layla can wear medium armor, not heavy armor.
I'm wearing chainmail right now. Clerics can wear chain.
I don't think clerics can wear plate, can they?
Chainmail is medium armor.
Is
right?
it medium?
Chainmail is medium armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can wear plate or not. To be honest, I can look it up.
Light armor, medium armor, and shield. No, you cannot
Okay.
wear plate mail.
Oh, okay.
I guess you've got to like gain that proficiency if you want.
There's a feat that you can take that gives you proficiency in it, but you'd have to take that feat.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm good.
Curtis,
Hmm?
can I borrow some bath beads?
Your bathroom didn't come with any? Wait, aren't we sharing a room? Our bathroom
Yes.
didn't come with any?
I ate all of
Chris can wear
mine.
heavy armor. Chris is a fighter. She's proficient in every weapon, armor, shield. You fucking name it. Like that's Chris's jam.
Cool.
Please continue. Buster wants some bath beads.
Yep.
I ate all of my bath beads and I need yours instead.
I don't think I have any, Buster, for you to eat.
Oh, well, can I come in anyway?
I suppose.
Cool. And he like
Curtis, do you want to like put on a glove real quick?
Nah.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Like this piece of bone growing out of your hand is very
very suspicious.
I mean, it can't be that big. It's like having a scab on your hand.
No, it's like the size of your entire palm.
Buster just like kicks open the door.
Put my hand in my pocket. Can I help you?
Hello, Buster. I mean,
Yes. That's your name. I'm glad you remember it.
That's not all I remember. Have you seen my bone son?
Yes.
Cool, where is it? I want him. Well, don't tell me you ate him.
No, I didn't. Do I want to give this to him?
Yeah.
I think that's an important question for your doctor.
Ask your doctor if the bone call hand.
If the extra bones are right for you.
I lost
They're
it.
right for me.
You said you had it and you lost it?
Yeah.
Buster, make an insight check, and Curtis, make a deception check.
Deception.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I thought he
fuck.
must have lost it.
Oh, I can't trust you with anything.
I'm sorry. It just, I was looking at it and it fell out of my hand into the ocean.
In the ocean?
Don't
We
go
need to
grab
go
it.
into the
No.
ocean. Yes.
No.
He grabs your hand.
It's right long gone.
He drags you out of the room or
Okay,
tries
yeah, and
to.
Buster's stupid strong, right? So he's like, and you're just like being drug on your feet.
You gotta show me where you dropped it.
So
I
Buster,
need
you come out of the room and you can see Layla and Chris and Ira standing in the hall outside of Chris and Kelrick's room.
Oh god, did I grab the hand that was in his pocket or the one that
I assume the loose hand.
Okay.
I don't know.
You never
Okay.
know with Buster. You never know.
Yeah. So you guys see Buster dragging Curtis out into the hall?
I'm sure it's long gone by now. Duh!
Guys, can you believe this guy? He lost my son.
What? Your son?
Your son?
Yes. My bone son.
Oh no, not the bone son. I love the bone son.
I know, I did too. But he dropped into the ocean, and we're gonna go and find it right now, right?
Curtis, you dropped
Silly.
it?
I'm sorry. I've just got a terrible case of butterfingers.
You know how
Insight
much the
check.
bone son
You guys can
means
make
to
an insight
him.
check.
Yeah, he's dropped it in the ocean. Jesus.
And then there's like a moment where Kelrick's door opens, and there's like the slow motion entrance of Kelrick in a suit.
Aw.
Aw,
He looks dapper AF. If only he knew how to tie a tie.
you look like one of those stuffy city folk that I hate so much.
You don't know how to tie the tie?
Layla comes over, fixes
would I
your
not know how to
tie.
Ira like elbows Layla. Like
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going. Come here, Kelrick. Let me see you.
God.
She's like getting in real close. Like, you know how, I don't know if you've heard of the particular women that will do your haircuts and they tend to be very close to men. She will get very, very close to you, uncomfortably, and fix your tie.
they'll like rest their boob on you.
Yeah, pretty much like
Hey,
that.
bitch, get your tit off my face and cut my hair.
Yeah, like that.
This is not gonna get you an extra tip.
An extra tit, maybe.
Extra tit.
Just the tip.
Just the tit.
No.
Kelrick is pink. He
Aw.
was already flustered before. No.
I
No,
think
he's
at this
purple.
point I'm gonna come down to changes.
Joyden, you're late.
Oh
Do-
no, I was.
do you
scoping
need
out
help?
the, making sure that there was everybody in there. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to wear. Maybe jazz some magic. Got to impress these ladies. Maybe that you might be into the orange.
Okay, well, I have all shades of makeup if you need help.
And we'll definitely need some of that makeup.
Oh, okay. I'll come. I'll bring it to your room.
Awesome. I disappear. Try to change real quick because I imagine that this party
Sure.
starts.
Yeah, you can get all ready. So we'll fast forward. We said everybody gets ready. Curtis and Buster, Ira like sort of tries to sweep the two of you up and get you to go to singles night with.
But bone son.
She's like, don't worry, well you can make more kids, especially if you go to singles night.
I'm married.
She wants you to have a boner son.
Are you married to Buster?
No.
Well,
I thought we
no.
were married.
Different time
No.
zones. Doesn't count.
What made you think we were married?
I don't know. I mean, I thought that you. Oh wait. No, that's different. I guess we're not married yet.
Wow!
See, you're already polyamorous. It's fine. Look, even if you don't hook up with anyone, free drinks.
But bone son.
I'm sure we'll
do you
see
think
your
I
bone
could
son
borrow
again.
that?
He
Speaking
seems
of
very
that, do you think I
important.
could look at that later after this nonsense?
The
Look at
bone
what?
son?
I don't want anyone else to look at my bone son after I get it because they're just gonna drop it in the ocean.
Why did I drop it in the ocean?
Yeah, Curtis dropped it in the ocean.
He
How?
dropped it in the ocean.
How? By looking at it outside the window?
How
I
did you
slipped
drop
and
it?
tripped and
They
it fell
spent
out
a
of my
lot of
pocket.
time on deck.
Slipped and
earlier.
tripped and fell out of his pocket.
Okay. Because there's not much point in rolling an inside check because they firmly saying.
Curtis is very good at lying. Even his player is not.
Thank God.
It's probably just like there's something on Curtis's face. Like you look at him and you're just like, oh.
Oh shit, that's real close though. Honestly, you're suspicious. You can't nail him down in it, but like the story doesn't add up to you.
I'm sure someone has probably noticed he hasn't taken his hand out of his pocket.
Yeah, with a 23, he is very careful keeping his hand in it.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll discuss the ocean later.
Yeah, let's talk about the ocean later and get my bone son out of the ocean now.
I don't think that's gonna work because the boat's moving and apparently we don't know when he dropped it.
How long ago did you drop it, Curtis?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you know, I bet Ira could find it. I bet she's really good at finding stuff like that.
You know, I think she might be.
This morning.
This morning? So it's probably only like 20 miles away.
Wait, this morning before you said I could look at it.
After that. This afternoon.
Oh, this afternoon. So like late morning, maybe even only 10 or 15 miles. I might be able to go get it.
How convenient that you dropped it in the ocean after you said I would show it to someone. Thanks a lot. Ugh, no. He just, Buster's like, fine, let's go of your hand and stomps off up to the deck himself, and he's starting to get one of the boats loose.
Yeah, Ira goes with you, and
Oh.
she's like, "Oh, we don't need a boat. Just make sure nobody's looking."
Okay, fine. And he just starts jumping over the side himself.
No.
Ira's like, "Oh shit! Do you jump over?"
I'm trying to jump over the edge.
She's gonna try to grab you before you can jump over. Does anybody else go up to the top?
Yeah, I'll go watch this happen.
Make an athletics check for me, Buster.
Okay, I'm not very good at that, so
It's
I think...
okay. She's not good. I got a 6.
Oh.
She's not strong.
Uh-oh. I think I might have fucked myself.
A 6? Okay, so she like grabs you by the pants. There's a stalemate. You're like hanging over the edge and belt. And she looks around like for help. And she's like,
I'll come help.
Yeah, you come over, Chris, and you start trying to pull Buster up, and she's like, I can fly, but I can't. Like, I can't carry him. If you want, she looks over. If you want me to go look for this bone, your bone child, is it like a bone devil? Did you have a bone devil?
Buster, maybe you
like
could
an
send your
actual
hat with
bone.
her?
Bone saw.
She looks to the side. She's like, why would he send his hat? The hat fly?
No, but
It can.
there's a thing that it does that it could
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Globby, the only son I have left. That's a great idea. I should throw him in the ocean too.
Buster, wait.
Oh,
maybe
no.
think that through.
Yes.
And I was like, can your other son fly?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he can come along. I'm gonna miss singles night.
Aw.
She's like, that's fine. I'll
Wh-
be back in
when-
like 6 hours.
When do you need to feed?
She shrugs. Whenever I get hungry again, probably soon.
I don't think that this will end well. The ocean's kind of big, and we might not have been going in exactly the straight path. And
She's like, it's okay. If I don't find it, I don't find it. But
She's gonna use a lot of energy, Calric. You know what that means. You and me, buddy. We're gonna have to.
stay here.
Fine. I'll just make another bone son out of someone else's bone.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
did
wait
you-
a minute. No.
Did you make that bone sun out of someone's bone, Buster?
Oh, also notably, Kelrick is still wearing the rope around his neck.
okay.
No dear.
That's his tie.
That's his tie. Oh, that'd be so cute. But no, he has an actual tie on top of it. That's that
Yeah,
was
like,
in, that was,
Hides it.
well, no, because that was in the stuff that she gave him, and he assumed that it was supposed to go somewhere. And at first, he tried to wear it as a belt, but that wasn't right.
She's like, well, if you don't want me to go look for it, I don't have to go look for it. It's okay.
Yeah, you should stay here. That'll be fun. Like, and his face is really red.
She nods. Okay. Well, let's go to singles night and make you a new son then, bud.
Oh,
Okay. I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna like straighten Buster's clothes and like I don't know, do some like brushing off and stuff, like getting him kind of gussied up, do his, flatten his hair.
Okay.
Chris goes and puts a hand on Buster's shoulder, and I'm like, if you truly love something, Buster, set it free. If it comes back, it was meant to be.
Aw.
That's a good wisdom.
Okay. So you guys go to singles night.
Yay.
So they have the dining tables cleared off. And so there's all of the dining tables have been moved somewhere else in the ship. The room has a row of single like tables where just two people can sit. It's two rows down the center rather than just the massive tables. It's a bunch of little tables. The captain is standing up on the stage, and there's a few people, like other people you assume are here for singles night, including the old couple, that are sort of milling about a bit awkwardly. And you can see the captain sort of thinking and waiting, and he counts the number of people in the room, and all in all, there's only about 15 people in the room, including you guys. And he goes, right then, well, I think that's enough. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Sapphire Singles Night. There's a little, like, clapping, and he's, to start things off, because it can be awkward, we like to do an initial meet and greet. So you'll each be paired off at a set of tables, and you'll have 2 minutes to talk to the person at the table, and then each of you will rotate. After everyone has had a chance to sort of mingle and talk to each other, then the band will play. You could dance. Our lovely bartender at the back can fix your drinks. And if you feel like you've made a special connection with someone, please feel free to come up and let me know. And if they feel the same, I can arrange a trading of information. Um, well, if you'll please come up, I will give you some pairing assignments, and then we also have a handout for questions to ask in case you're a little nervous and have any problems coming up with any. I know I always do. So everybody kind of shuffles up toward the captain, and as you come up, he asks you like your like if you have any particular like racial or sexual orientations. Like, are you cool with banging dragons? Cool. Are the male dragons, female? Like that kind of like a quick questionnaire. And then he writes in a notebook, like to pair you guys up pretty quickly, and he hands each of you a slip of paper. Boop, with these questions written on them.
Aww.
Woohoo! Speed dating questions.
What I'm gonna have each of you do is roll a d20 for me to see who he pairs you up with.
Oh, God.
Oop. Backwards.
It's Curtis and Kelric.
Ooh.
You know, the classic pairing.
You
Well,
and
I can
me,
tell you-
Chris.
I can tell
I
you,
guess
Kelric's
so.
not going to get lucky.
That's okay. Neither is Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Um,
Oh, and I need to roll for Ira too.
Whoa.
I'll just roll again. Cool.
Aww.
So Buster, Chris, Layla.
Can I not participate on the grounds that I'm already spoken for? Or does everyone on the boat have to do this?
It's just for
You don't
fun.
have to, but like you've sort of been pushed into it.
I know the feeling.
Curtis and Kellerick. Okay. So yeah, Buster and Chris actually get set at a table together. Joyden and Layla get set at a table. Curtis and Kelric get set at a table together. Let me
It's
get
really
a stopwatch.
interesting because dudes were not on my list.
How did we all get stuck with people who are in our party already?
Oh, dudes are not on your list?
No.
Okay, then they will repair you.
Oh.
Curtis gets paired with Eleanor, the little old lady.
Aww.
Cute.
And Kelric gets paired with Demia. Cool. So you guys all get. And I need to get a timer set. And for 2 minutes, and he goes, "All right, then 2 minutes for the initial." Starting now. So we'll start with Layla and Joyden. You guys have 2 minutes to talk about whatever you want.
So, Jordan, how are things?
oh, they're going swimmingly.
Who did you scope out? Like, because you were telling me you were scoping someone out. Who'd you see?
Well, I don't know. I saw a group of elves over there that they look tanty, but there was also if I wanted to just disappear for a bit, it was probably going to be that elven man. Dapper. No, kind of just seemed trick fleshing a little bit.
The Elven man, huh? Oh, can you
Yeah,
speak
so
up,
hands off.
dear?
But yeah, but yeah, there might be some for you. I don't know. Are you into dwarves?
Am I into dwarves? I mean, I'd have to look at the guy.
Let me look. You look over at the dwarf. He has long blonde hair and a long blonde beard that's braided, and it's got heavy golden beads in it, and he has very, what's the word, like ruggedly handsome.
Ruggedly handsome. Okay.
And he's wearing like a dwarven, some sort of dwarven like finery. So it looks like he's noble, probably rich, but there's no sleeves on his shirt. It's made that way, and he's fucking jacked.
Ooh.
So he
Joyden.
looks very hardy, and right now he's at the table with the little man. So I'm
Joyden,
not really sure which way he swings, but
I'll have to see if I get paired with him, but yeah, I mean, he's, he's got some muscles
Yeah.
on him.
You should shoot your. It's
See if he can make
You
a
know, just stay
constitution
away-
saving throw.
all right, that's time. So we will go next with Buster and Chris. You guys are at the table with. You are welcome to talk about whatever you want. You have 2 minutes.
Hey Buster, how's it going?
To be honest, Chris, I've been having a pretty bad time.
Yeah, you lost your bone, son. That could be pretty traumatic.
Well, not only that, but I blew it with the only last living son that I might have had a chance knowing.
Aw.
Buster's hat shifts a little.
Oh, no, Globby. I love you too. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, there's always time. Like you're still alive. You've got time to make it up with him if you're really like if that's what you really want. I'm sure you guys can work it out.
Thank you, but enough about me. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I've got like a similar thing. I lost my parents, like a while ago. So
Oh,
You have no parents, I have no son. Let's get together.
yeah.
do
It's
you
like
want a new dad? I'm kind of a dragon, sort of.
Yeah, you are kind of a dragon, sort of.
I know this isn't like the father-son thing, but I don't know. Maybe we can have lunch or something and discuss it.
Yeah, that I'd actually be open to that, but that might be nice.
Aw.
Oh, cool. Well, maybe someday you will find your parents.
And maybe someday you'll find your son.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
Okay, that is time.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Very meaningful and heartfelt conversation.
They're making connections.
Which makes
Aw.
it Curtis and Eleanor.
Yes, hello.
Oh, well, you're quite the strapping young man then.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you're too kind.
I have a question. Do you think you could pick me up?
Ooh.
Sure, but,
When
Are
I
you-
was 65, I broke my hip. I put my right foot behind my head.
do you need help getting up from the chair?
Something like that. It's not me that needs help getting up. And she, nods toward her husband. He likes to watch.
Um,
She's like, these are dentures.
Oh, boy.
I can't keep a straight face. She's like, these are dentures. I could take them right out.
I'm awfully flattered, but, my friends pushed me into this. I'm already quite spoken for, but I hope you two find your unicorn tonight.
She's like, unicorn, are you trying to say you're horny?
No, I'm
I've
not.
been to Parnast. I can do things you've never heard of. I'm
I'm sure
spry
you
for an
can.
old cow.
You lucked out, Curtis. Come on.
No, I think I'll be quite all right.
It's no strings attached.
You're awfully kind.
He likes to watch.
My wife wouldn't approve.
She shrugs. Was your wife here? She looks around.
No.
She can watch. No,
That wouldn't
Well,
make me feel any better.
different time zones doesn't count.
Oh, oh my god.
That's time.
Yeah, I think you can just pan out and he's just like, ugh. Bedtime.
He's
Which
got like the
brings
little
us
blue
to,
fade over his eyes, like in the animes.
Kelric.
I'm not ready.
you were sitting with Demia, who is a human female. She has dark hair, dark complexion, green eyes. She's fairly tall, though like not by your standards, and sort of slender. And ew. Do you just like clam up and sit there?
I think like whenever addressed, he tries to answer questions as best he can, but whenever it comes to him asking questions, he tries, but he comes up with really bad ones like, so what's your favorite type of bird?
Oh.
Cocks her head to side. That's a bit odd. Well, I think I've always been a fan of like hunting birds, so maybe like a red-tailed hawk or something like that. Those are cool. Oh, or peregrine falcons. They fly really fast.
They do. You like dogs? Like awkward smile.
She nods. She's like, "Oh yeah, I have 3 dogs back home in Baldur's Gate. That's where I'm headed now. What about you? Where do you have any dogs? Do you have any pets?"
I've been one.
She turns her head to the side. You've been somebody's pet? Is that like a sex thing?
No.
She blinks. I mean, I don't know.
It's a kind of a long story, but so how about this cruise?
It's been fun so far. What about you? Why are you heading to Baldur's? Are you just going there for the summer or for the winter or?
Part of my job. I'm one of
what do you do?
I'm part of the Gray Hands.
Oh, the gray hair. You work for the Blackstaff in Baldur's Gate. That's very impressive.
You know, it gets me out of the house whether I want to be or not.
She nods and she's like, "Well, you know, my father," and then that's time. And you two were the last pair.
Aw.
So there's a call. Oh, well, that's time. Let's go ahead and everybody go ahead and rotate for me. So one group of tables. So like everybody swaps around. For you guys, I will have you go ahead and roll the d20 for me again. Kelric rolled a 3.
I'm doing so good on these rolls.
Let's see if Ira gets paired with anyone.
Hopefully she'll get paired with the person that Curtis is with.
Paired with Layla.
Did you see my roll?
I do not see your roll.
Okay.
What is it?
14.
Oh, I see. Oh, no. I see. My roll was a 3. So Kelric and Ira get paired together.
Yay.
Nice.
This will end either very well or very poorly. We'll figure it out.
And then Layla and Joyden rolled the same number again. Can you roll? $18. Okay. And Layla has no preference, dude or chick, right?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Layla gets paired with the dwarf. Whose name is Bryce. And Buster gets paired with the elf. No, hang on. That's not Buster. That is Joyden gets paired with the elf.
And is very happy about it.
Oh shit. Dude, we were both paired with the...
Whose name is Golden. Lamoth. And who am I missing? Chris gets paired with the half-elfin woman whose name is Tella.
Is she the one that Kelric was just talking to?
No, that was a human.
Oh, okay.
And who am I missing? Kelric, Layla, Jordan, Chris, Curtis, and Buster. Curtis. Curtis gets paired with the little man.
Oh. Crafting twos.
Ronald.
Getting some karma, I see.
Buster.
Who talked me into this?
I think he sort of got swept along. Gets paired with Nim.
Nim? Ooh, is that awesome mouse movie?
It's a human man.
Okay.
Cool. We will start with Kelric and Ira. So the two of you slide together. Let me get my timer. And the
Kelric kind of
timer.
like breathes out in semi-relief.
Yeah, and as you sit down and breathe out in relief, she's like, so, like, you're not. She points at Layla. She's like, did you get paired with Layla?
No.
Put her on the thing as a match.
But you haven't.
And she just like does this.
No. Layla gets. She doesn't need that from me.
Dearie, it's only about need for me.
I know. But it's not for.
Why don't you guys you've hung out together for a long time, like for a while if you're an adventuring group, right? Just fucking talk to her. She says you can like turn into giant monsters, throw fire at people and shit. Like, that's scary to you? What's the worst thing she could say? Hey, no, look, Kelric, I love you as a friend, but that's okay. And then you just move on with your life.
But then it would never be the same afterwards, and
why not?
That's just not how relationships
Look,
work.
I could go over there and bang Layla right now, and tomorrow she would talk to me exactly the same. That's the way people work.
Yeah, but the last time I don't want to hurt anyone again.
You're worried about hurting Layla? Look, she smashed me out of a mirror because I looked like her dead fiance. Like, she's a little messed up in the head too, and she's probably still kind of caught up on him. But it's okay if, like, you got feelings, just get them out in the open, and that's time.
Aww.
Which makes it Layla and Bryce. Bryce is the dwarf.
Awesome, Bryce.
So let me reset my timer. And you.
Oh, Bryce. What a lovely name. Are you into women?
Yes. And then he looks down at the piece of paper, a little nervous, like,
Don't be nervous.
Where are you from originally?
Oh my god, you're so cute. I'm from Waterdeep originally. Yeah, where are you from?
Oh, I come. My clan is from far to the north, in the Icewind Dales. Have you heard of the? It's of Citadel Adbar.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's great. How big's your dick? Just kidding. Just kidding. No. Well, yeah, I probably do, and then I say just kidding. I've heard of it. Yeah.
You see a blush over the top of his.
It doesn't really matter. It's really the motion of the ocean anyway.
He goes, and he looks down at the piece of paper and he goes, how would your best friend describe you?
Horny.
Oh my.
Oh, Layla.
Angelic, maybe? I don't know.
Um, well then.
How
I
about what's
don't-
your favorite drink?
Well, in Citadel Adbar, we make a mead.
Oh my god, tell me about this
Um,
mead.
Well, there's a honey that you can collect from the cliffs of the ice mountain. The bees feed on a flower in the forest south of there that has hallucinogenic properties, and we make a mead from it, and you can get drunk and hallucinate a little bit. It's pretty good.
Holy shit! Did you bring any?
It's called ice wine. He goes, I have some in my room.
Oh, I'm coming.
Okay, it's time.
That went well.
Congrats, Layla.
Joyden and this fucking dude's name, I don't know why. Golomoth. Golomoth the elf. It was very regal, and the two of you sit down sit down next to each other or across from each other. And he introduces himself. Hello, I am Golomoth Salamon the Third. And he bows.
Good news. I am Joyden.
Uh,
You must have heard so much about me from every.
He looks around. Unfortunately, no, I have not had the pleasure of hearing about you. Perhaps you could tell me about you.
Oh, my pleasure. So, I definitely, am, just how you say, an angel in the, despite the horns.
Yes, well, we cannot all help our lineage. My father is an ever-loving prick. Not a demon or a devil, but he's a douche, so I no judgment.
Yeah, no, I know of dickless fathers, even though make me. So that's fine though.
Well,
But yeah,
you seem to have quite well overcome lineage then. To be on such a cruise is not cheap. And with people looking at your, I don't want to sound terrible, but people do not treat tieflings kindly, and so you have come a long way. You should be proud.
well,
This guy's a
thank you.
dick.
He got it from his dad.
I worked really hard to get where I was, yes, but also it's
He shrugs and he goes, I have a trust fund. I haven't had to work. It kind of sucks.
yeah. Well, you should take up adventuring and going exploring different parts of the land. You
Adventuring.
will definitely
Yes, perhaps.
it will see put some pepper
He nods and he's
into
like,
your chest.
I have been tutored a bit in the sword play and spell casting. Adventuring. I'm going to have you tell me more about this. That's time.
Damn it.
Which brings us to Chris and Talar. Or Tella? Tella.
Tella?
Yeah, that's a leftover pencil mark from the previous name I had written in the same spot. Tella,
Oh, okay.
who is a half elven. She sits down, a bit nervous. She's wearing a very conservative. I think she's wearing like a dress suit, like a woman's business suit.
Hmm.
And so she sits down and sort of crosses her legs. She sits up very straight, and she's like, "Hello, my name is Tella.
Hi, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you.
Uh, it's nice to meet you too, Chris. Um,
Do you like
so
dragons?
she cocks her head to the side. I'm sorry, I don't really know much about dragons. I saw the ones on the today. Quite impressive. You were one of the ones that were up there speaking with
Yeah, well, we're like cousins.
cousins.
Family.
She cocks her head to the side. You don't look like a half dragon.
Well, legs can be deceiving.
She looks at you a little confused.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
I've had this conversation enough times already.
She nods and then she like looks down at the piece of paper they've given you guys and she so what's your favorite wine?
Oh, I just kind of drink whatever. placed
Oh.
in front of me. I don't have a preference.
Okay, then we'll what things are most important and the person you
Oh, you cut out at the end of that.
what are the most important things you're looking for in a person?
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not really like looking for a relationship. Kind of.
Oh, you're
Sometimes you just gotta feel the waters a little bit. Gotta see what's going on out here.
but
I don't really have any.
sometimes just a date to start with is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, well, are you more of a city or a country?
Um. Have you been to the forest? The forest is so nice.
Oh, country then? Is that where you're from originally? You're from a.
Mhm. Chris is probably eating hors d'oeuvres right now.
Yeah. In the last second, she just sort of looks around awkwardly, and then
She looks around awkwardly.
yeah, and that's time. Which brings us to Curtis and Ronald.
Hmm?
Oh
old
boy.
guy.
Oh, I hope they're not like the last one.
It's the old guy.
The old lady's husband.
Husband.
And this is why we play D&D.
Can I just get up and leave?
Yeah. Do you just leave the room or you just leave like the speed dating area? You just go stand by the bar or something?
I get up and leave.
Did you get up to like leave? You hear Ronald. Well, my wife can put her foot behind her head.
Oh my god.
Pictures come out,
Which is Buster and Nim. Cool beans. Let's do Buster and Nim.
Actually, I hope that's how he starts. Is did you know my wife could put his foot behind her head?
So Nim is a 26-year-old human female. Let me start the timer. So she sits down and she's like, I really like your feathers. Those are really.
Aw.
You really think so? I've had them all my life, I think.
Well, I assume they look like they're growing out of you wearing.
Oh, you want to feel them?
Oh, sure. And she brushes up and she's like, oh, they kind of stick together.
Yeah.
It's like a zipper.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, do you have feathers?
She shakes her head. No, I'm a human, silly.
Well, I don't know very many humans.
Shrugs. And she's like, okay, well, she looks down at the piece of paper and she's like, what are you most passionate about?
Oh, my son.
Oh, you have children then?
I did. I mean, I still have one left. No, wait, I've got two. No, wait, three. Yes.
You've three children?
Yes. Do you want?
All with the same mother?
Oh, it's a little complicated, but I want to learn more about you.
Are the mothers still around? She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, please go ahead.
Oh, what city dream passionate attribute wine person? Oh wait, I read that wrong.
What?
What are you most passionate about?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Draconic. What was the question?
What's your dream job?
Well, I do enjoy baking. I've always wanted to work at a bakery. And then you hear the captain go, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our time. If you'd like to come up forward, please let me know if you found anybody you think is a match. You just put their name on the little piece of paper we gave you, give it to me, and if they write their name, then at the end, I will give you their room number. And then the band, like, he shuffles off the stage, the band starts to shuffle out and play, and people begin to shuffle around and drink drinks.
I rush over to the bar.
Okay.
Chris
I-
is getting more hors d'oeuvres.
I guess I'm gonna go put some names to the
Let's
guy.
take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna take this dog out.
Okay.
5-minute break.
Yay!